Welcome everyone. Today we're going to be hosting İrem Bilir, who is a 2015 Bilkent economics graduate, and we will be doing this chat on the corporate banking in general. And I will leave you the stage to introduce yourself, İrem. Can we just, get to know you? Who are you? Can you tell us about, briefly about your career and your current position?
Hi, Doa. First of all, thank you so much for including me in this program. I am very excited to share my experiences with the Bilkent Econ members. Okay, let's start. My name is İrem Bilir. I graduated from Bilkent University Economics Department in January 2015. After my graduation, I started to work at Yapı Kredi as financial analyst in corporate and commercial credits department. Here at Yapı Kredi, I was responsible to analyze financial statements, operations, industry, and companies' projections, cash flow statements, like this kind of financial information. While working at Yapı Kredi, I completed my master's degree in financial economics department at Galatasaray University. After completing 2 years at Yapı Kredi, I started to work IS Investment as corporate finance associate. The main driver that leads me to start this job is to learn financial modeling and valuation. At IS Investment, I participated M&A and debt capital markets teams. Now, I am working for a global bank as senior corporate and investment banking analyst, providing many products, including structured products to blue chips of Turkey. I am executing these with the help of my early experiences of corporate finance, pitch learning trainings, credit and financial analysis knowledge. With this, my last position, I have learned the holistic portfolio responsibility, enabling the advancement of client management, business development, and project management skills. I think that's all for the first question.
Okay, thank you so much. Nice meeting you. And so I want to ask some questions, even before that. So how did this journey start? How did you decide, to be a banker and, pursue a career in corporate banking?
Okay.
When you were studying?
It's kind of complicated, actually. I was a really hardworking student when I was at university. I graduated with a high degree GPA. That's why I was planning to pursue an academic career, actually. But in the last years of the university, I took some classes from business administration department. These are financial accounting and corporate finance. These classes influenced me a lot. Then I started to think that, okay, I can start working to get some idea about corporate life. And maybe I can continue pursue an academic career later. So I chose a career in banking where I can apply that I learned from these classes. And I enjoy a lot. I like make analysis on real companies and have an impact on decision making process of a bank. I continue learning about financial accounting and corporate finance theory with a real life experience. Yeah.
So those two classes, like management classes, were the key driver pushing you to pursue that career.
Yes, definitely. I highly recommend anyone who wants to pursue a career in finance sector to take these classes for sure. Financial and corporate finance is everything in finance sector.
Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna deep dive in that later, but just, as we mentioned it, what are the specific classes besides those two that you can recommend for a student who want to be a banker in the future?
Actually, Bilkent Economics department has a very flexible syllabus
Right.
that enable students to obtain any classes based on their personal skills. And actually, I took these two, but probably they will have financial modeling and valuation classes as well. Students should discover this syllabus, yeah, business administration syllabus as well.
I recall some classes like capital markets. Maybe would be useful. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Financial institutions.
Yeah.
And managerial finance, I think something like that, or financial management. There was such a course as well. So can we list those?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And do you think that those, let's say that we want to take all 5, is it sustainable to take all of them? Like, is it feasible while studying as an economic student?
I think the syllabus enables students to take elective courses in last 2 years.
Right.
They may constitute a schedule, maybe dividing these classes in 2 years.
Right.
Would be very nice for
Yeah, sounds feasible. Yes, I agree. Okay, so before jumping back to school years, I wonder, like, what you guys do in the real life. Like, what is the main objective of a corporate bank, and in specific your department? And what kind of services do you provide, and to whom? Like, who are your clients? Can you tell us a bit more about?
Banking industry has a basic business model, earning money from lending money. But banking is actually more than this. Local banks mainly focus on collecting deposits or funds from the clients and lend to others who needs funds. So banks are the key intermediate of a financial system. But also global banks are also operate many episodic transactions in debt and equity markets, like IPO, Eurobond issuance, M&A transactions, and project finance. Burada kaldım. So as bankers, we are also providing some advisory services to our clients for the transactions. Also, global banks chasing cross-sells to widen client relationships in all fronts, like trade finance, capital markets, investment banking, and lending, of course. I am working for a global bank, as I said before, which has only corporate banking segments. We don't have any individual banking. So I have a client portfolio consisting of top-tier local clients like Koç Holding, Sabancı Holding, Turkish Airlines, Pegasus. Yeah.
So what you do in specifically is that, like, financing the projects of those firms, those clients?
Yes, definitely. We are
upon their request.
Sometimes we are financing their projects. Sometimes we find an investors, find an investor who finance the project. We are not supposed to be the lender. We are operating other services as well, and these are banks, actually global banks actually love these kind of transaction because they don't want to carry the risk on the institution itself. We can separate the risks among other investors as well.
I see. So you have like two hats. One is the lender and one is more like advisor. You can be facilitate the process of lending between the another lender and the company.
Yes,
okay.
we are also providing some advisory services, for the credit rating agencies, clients who needs to take a, for example, Fitch rating report. We are providing advisory for the clients before going to Fitch as well.
Interesting. That's nice. So, like, how are those activities that you do differ from the ones that you did when you were in the local bank? You know, you were in also the corporate unit of İş, right? And then and before that, you have a credit. Is there like a significant difference between the global and the local?
Yes, definitely. These are the episodic transaction belongs to global banks, because global banks has many operate in many countries, but the local banks focus on the earning money from lending and collecting deposits only. But they are also operating some other advisory transactions, like İş Bankası has IS Investment, who runs the other advisory services, but the global banks already consist of these are kind of. Ay bitti, dur bir dakika, kafam gitti. Burası gitti. Neyse, buraya geçelim.
They don't have those kind of like, so local. Not most local banks have those units, while the globals are quite established, and that so they provide both advisory and the lending activities. Okay, interesting.
Also, I have, as I said before, my portfolio consists of the top tier local clients, but I am also running their processes and operations transactions from different countries as well. For example, Şişecam has many subsidiaries in different countries. I am also responsible for these companies as well.
I see. Okay, so you also have global exposure to global operations, while in local it's more just like within Turkey. Okay, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Okay, so let's say that I decided to go, you know, for corporate banking career in a global bank operating in Turkey, let's say, and I'm in, you know, in the second year. I'm in sophomore or, you know, freshman. I don't know. How can I get prepared the best to, you know, to find a job after graduation?
Okay. Before saying something about the banking preparation period, I would like to recommend you to get some experience from internships. As I said, during my school life, I was planning to pursue academic career. That's why, to be honest, I did not give attention to my internships. I discovered what I really like to do with my real life experience. That this is kind of risky way to find what you really like. That's why I highly recommend you to participate any internships that you can find. For example, please do internships in marketing, next year in finance or sales. For banking, I really recommend you choose some elective courses from business administration, corporate finance, and financial accounting. As I said before, are fundamental courses that you definitely know when doing corporate banking, corporate and investment banking. Yeah, that could be nice before graduation.
So the internship you recommend first to, you know, do it as general as possible. So explore all the opportunities, all the fields,
different sectors, different business segments. It's also important to discover the office culture, everything.
Okay, so is it useful that if we go like on the second year to do an internship in, you know, like a bank, and then on the third year, maybe besides bank, doing another internship in the marketing department of a FMCG company,
Yes,
and then
yeah.
doing another one maybe again in another branch of the bank. So to compare the you know the differences and the culture and so on will be useful plan,
Yeah.
right? Okay, but it shouldn't be just one specific internship without exploring the other field. Okay.
And banking specifically, it's kind of technical. It has some technical requirements. So you definitely know the financial accounting. This is the like a language of the finance sector.
So
That's
it's
why
useful to take that class before. It's useful to
Yeah.
take that class before going to an internship. So maybe
Yes.
doing the bank internship in the end of third year will be more effective than doing it at the end of the
Definitely.
second. Okay, cool, very clear. I will do that. Okay. What about the extracurricular activities or like the you know the other things that I can do besides the classes while an internship while studying?
Bilkent has a great opportunity for Erasmus programs and Erasmus and exchange programs. I think that could be very important right now because you know, is the labor market requires to have some abroad experience. I can recommend for students to attend Erasmus or exchange programs.
So it really differentiates you if you have a global exposure, international experience. Okay, last question about preparation. What about like the journals, the books, or news channels, other type of stuff that they can, you know, follow to get familiar with the industry while studying? What do you have any suggestions?
Actually, I can recommend a CFA exam. Do you know about it?
Yes, yes, but I think it requires like technical expertise, right?
Yes, yes, definitely. But I mean, the exchange rate is crazy right now. It is hard to get a master degree from abroad, but CFA is kinda master degree in financial sector is really it's really important. If the students can decide during the university, okay, I'm gonna do finance in the future, then it could be very helpful to learn and show the expertise of the students to the market. You know, CFA is
okay.
Provides a title like a master degree.
Right. So they can start preparing for CFA and ideally take the first part of the test while studying.
Yes, yes, definitely. The first CFA has 3 levels. The first one can be basically obtained during the university.
Okay, but it requires preparation, right? So they need to start in the, I don't know, third year, second year.
Yes, definitely. If you have a flexible schedule in your 4th year, you may find that time to study for CFA exam.
Okay.
But this is harder. This is more tough when you are working in a real job.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you have more time when you study, and you know, you are more flexible.
Yes.
To manage your schedule and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good tip. I think not many people are aware of this.
Yeah, yeah.
They found out after they start working. It's kind of too late, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not late, of course, but it's better, like a great advantage.
It's really hard.
Trust me. Okay, they can. So you can study together with with you guys. Okay, perfect. And the last section of my questions is about the career. So once you start your corporate banking career, how does the career path look like?
Uh-huh.
Like, what is the first initial position? What are the interim positions, and what is the end goal?
Okay, I can start from the beginning. Banks are big four companies are really good places to start a career in finance because they may, you may learn many sectors and different business models, companies in this kind of institutions. After getting a few years experience from these institutions, you may follow a career in a real sector, in a company from a specific sector. But I choose to follow in a career in banking because I have many clients from different sectors. Every deal, every client has a different business model, different industry, and different dynamics. I really enjoy do something different in each day. For the career path, you can start from analyst positions, then you promote to associate, and then vice president, and then management director. This is the career path, and each position requires 3 years. I am the senior analyst. This is my last year in as analyst position. Then I will promote to associate, and doing with the associate title, I will have 3 years. But for vice president is the same. It's the 3 years.
And then you become the director.
Yes.
Managing director.
Yeah.
Okay. And so if we, this is very clear path, like 4-step path, but what if we want to exit at some point? Like I spent 3 years as a vice president and I want to, I don't want to be a managing director, or I can't, or, other reasons that where I can go in the industry, and which position?
Real sector is always open for us, for bankers. As you may look for some high level, C-level people from the real sector, they mainly have some experience from banking. So in one day, I can jump to a career in real sector.
So like as a, I don't know, CFO, Chief Financial Officer,
yes.
Or even CEO, or finance director, and those type of positions that I can have in the real sector. So real sector is being like the all kind of industries, like industrial goods, like the automotive, the airlines, and so on, right?
Since we know from the different sectors, automotive, I have a clients from automotive sector, FMCG sector, textile. So banking provides you a really good experience.
So last question about this, and I will switch to how to spend your day. But so if you compare two people, one is a person who started her career in banking like you, and then switched to industry later on, and the other one started in the real sector and then in a finance department, and then pursue the same goal, end goal. Which one do you think is, of course there are tons of factors, but which one seem more advantageous for you? It's not a very objective question, but yeah.
I think banking is has more advantage because, as I said before, it's a different. We have many sector experience, but if you start in a specific sector, you may not find any opportunity to discover others.
Right. So it will be useful, especially for the big corporations, like with multiple business units, the holdings and big groups.
Yeah.
I see.
If you start in a holding, of course, you may learn from different sectors as well. But
Cool.
in FMCG sector, if you start in FMCG sector, you only know the business model of FMCG sector.
Right, right. I see, very clear. And what about then you are, let's say, a senior analyst, and how is a day of a senior analyst looking, or a week? You know, how do you spend your week? What do you do?
First of all, as a banker, you need to have some flexibility with office hours and late night. I might want to afraid you, but sometimes when you have a project with a tight deadline, you might need to work until the late hours of the night. Overtime is basically part of banking. How I spend my day, mainly our our work is based on project based, but I have to also continue the daily routine of the my clients' subsidiaries in other countries. So I am all day talking with I am all day talking with the other city entity I am continuously talking with the other city entity yok söyleyemiyorum. I am continuously talking with other city institutions from different countries. I always need to check other operations running as it should be. That's all. Yeah. Mainly
and what about
project based is
okay,
sometimes
and then
you have project, you have to work a lot. Sometimes we don't have projects. If we don't have projects, we have more flexible time.
Right. And so a big part of your day is then spent in the meetings or in a call. Can we say
yes,
that?
definitely. We have many meetings and calls with the clients, with internal calls as well.
Okay. And what about doing the real tasks? Like what kind of tasks do you do? Like, do you do like analysis on Excel and then presentations on the PowerPoint, or what else? Like,
first of all, we have, of course, financial statement analysis on Excel. Then we are gonna write a report. It's a long report for the credit package and describing everything about the company, the management, financial statements, projections, industry. We complete the report and we get some approvals for our report, because this is basically this report basically saying, okay, see the global bank working with this client with this under these conditions. The report is really important. This is our the main book, because it describes everything about the company. When you want to learn about the company, you may you directly go to this report. For the specific projects, of course, we need to prepare some presentations for our seniors to get the approval for these specific transactions. We need to prepare everything and prepare everything about the transaction, about the clients and everything. After getting the approvals, of course, we are also working for the external presentations, for the client presentations. Yeah, I am using the all tools of Microsoft.
I see. So like 4 activities, right? Like meetings, the Excel analysis, financial analysis on Excel, report preparation, and presentation preparation.
Yes.
Those are the how do you basically work on, what you work on. Okay, very clear. And what about travel? like, do you travel a lot because of work, like either in the country or abroad or so on?
Actually, I started this global bank, working for this global bank on November 2019. So this is almost
Okay,
one.
excluding
So
the COVID period.
COVID, yeah. Uh, uh, uh, of course, because I am working for a global bank, I need to visit other countries. I need to visit. I supposed to visit other countries, but it is not possible right now. But also, global banks offers their analysts and associates for trainings in other countries as well. Probably next year, I will be in London for 2 months for an analyst training. That's really exciting actually, because I will spend 2 months in a different country with the other analysts from all around the world. That could be very international environment. I am very excited about this training.
2 months of training abroad.
Yeah.
Is oh, so fantastic.
For each title, actually, for analyst training 2 months, associate training 2 months, like.
Amazing. So you have 2 years in one position, but you spend 2 months just for training.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. I like it. And so last question, and then I would like to ask whether you have anything else that you would like to add. So last question is, what do you think makes great corporate banker? What do you think that makes her differentiate from her peers?
And first of all, you need to be outgoing person, because the client relationship is everything. You need to be talkative, because we discover the client needs while talking with the meetings, and so clients should see you like a partner, trusted partner, when doing its regular works. So I think this personality is really important in our jobs.
Okay. I will have thought, more, analytical skills, like, or I don't know.
Yeah, of course. We talk about
stuff.
that. You need to be technical. You need to get CFA, corporate finance theory, financial accounting, everything. But you need to also be outgoing person to build a strong relationship with the client.
Okay, so like quantitative skills, technical skills, and like presentation, and all those are must-have, and everyone has them already, which is not so easy, but has to have it. And on top, to differentiate, you need to have the good personal skills, right? The relationship management, the communication, and so on.
Yeah. Because actually, I recommend to take some classes from the university and take the CFA exam as well. But of course, you can develop these skills during the job. As I said, I have 2 months training, including these kind of analytical skills. But if you do not like communicate people, you definitely should not be a banker.
So then I'm thinking maybe while studying it can be useful, even though it's a bit underestimated, like to take get involved in some social activities, like, I don't know, drama theater club, like the discussion clubs, this type of group work based activities and so on, that you can interact with other people, right?
Yeah, Bilkent has many clubs. You definitely should attend. Just know the people, just for the and learning about the other people's personality.
Yes, yes.
Very happy.
You know, I just recall now that I'm going to MBA. That three of the like 12 classes I'm taking is in the negotiations,
Yeah.
discussions, selling your ideas and so on, which they base on like some activities that you can easily do at in the college with like discussion clubs, like the theater, this type of things that we mostly overlook while
Mhm.
studying. Maybe that can be useful for an undergrad
Yeah,
to
definitely.
improve her skills.
Yeah,
Very nice.
sure.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't think of that much. Very useful. Thank you. And last thing, like, what would you like to, give like a general advice and anything else you would like to add, like as a tip and so on?
Okay. For the last recommendation, I would like to say welcome for members of the Bilkent Economics. You guys need to you guys should get in touch with us. If you are interested in corporate and investment banking, you may reach out to me. And please do not hesitate and join our mentorship programs. You may find a mentor, and that's all.
You're okay. So, um, then can we provide them your email address here? That I don't know if they're seeing it, but just I'll type it in. İrem Bilir
Yeah.
92 at Gmail, right?
I Bilir at.
Okay, I Bilir. Sorry, I Bilir 92 gmail.com. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Irem, for your great thoughts, tips, and everything.
Thank you, including me this program.